All right, y'all, let's go, man. Sean G, Podcast with Soul. Welcome. You can follow me on the Podcast with Soul on Spotify. You can also follow me, the Podcast with Soul, on Instagram. Today, we are going to be coming from a 7-page document filed June 18th, 2010. The federal case number is CV10-4528. This is Rick Donnell Ross versus William Leonard Roberts II. This is filed in the United States District Court for the Central District of California, Western Division, Los Angeles. So what this is a 7-page temporary restraining order, a TRO. And what Rick Donnell Ross was doing was he filed this with the court and had Def Jam served, Maybach Music served, Jay-Z served, Sean Carter served, William Leonard Roberts II served, Universal Music Group served, Slip and Slide Records served, and Jane and John Doe's. And what he was saying was that, they needed to stop using his name and his identity and his trademark and his trade name in the sale of their products without his consent. He never gave them the consent to use his name. They misappropriated his name. They misappropriated his image. They misappropriated his life. They misappropriated his story. And the name his mother gave him, right? Somebody can take your name, And I'm gonna do an interview with Rick tomorrow. Today is Friday. I think it's April the 5th. I'm gonna do an interview with Rick tomorrow. So we will hear directly from Rick about this whole case. So this was an interesting part. Let me read this to you. This is on page 6. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? You have any other cases y'all want me to talk about? You want me to research? With the federal rules of civil procedure and the Central District of California local rules, and in the interim between the date of filing and hearing, defendants in particular, Def Jam Recordings and Universal Music Group, are put on notice that they are precluded from releasing any William Leonard Roberts II Summer 2010 Rick Ross album, allegedly titled Teflon Don, until or unless further ordered by this court, or appropriate punitive sanctions will be levied, and plaintiff's attorney shall be awarded attorney fees related costs for violating this order. So the real Rick Ross from South Central Los Angeles was taking the proper legal steps to stop other people from using his name and image in the conduct of interstate commerce, right? International commerce, right? Rick D. Ross also seeks an order to show cause as to why a preliminary injunction should not be entered that William Roberts shall not infringe in any way on Rick Ross's name or trademark in connection with entertainment and motivational speaking activities nationally in the United States. William Roberts shall be prohibited from representing to the media and the public that William Roberts has the right to the Rick Ross name, and any existing public online print or digital images or postings shall immediately be disabled, discontinued, taken down, or temporarily removed or destroyed permanently until this court has taken final legal and appropriate action or made a final decision in reference to the defendant's infringement, in reference to William Roberts' infringement on Rick Ross's name and trademark, which Rick Ross has sued regarding herein. until notice or order of this court, cease and desist from publicly using the Rick Ross name in commerce and in interstate commerce, music, and in the entertainment industry worldwide, including in association or conjunction with the William L. Roberts II 2010 album allegedly titled Teflon Don, allegedly in the name of plaintiff Rick Ross. So here was the, and these were all filed on the same day, right? So this is the temporary restraining order. And let's go, we might as well go through here too. This is the motion, the memorandum of points, right? So this document here, same case number CV10-4528, is a 10-page document. Rick Ross versus William L. Roberts in federal court, United States District Court, Central District of California. And this is basically just laying out the statement of facts. Rick Ross verified complaint establishes that Rick Ross, the former drug kingpin from LA, had his name taken and exploited by defendants William Roberts for millions of dollars while Rick Ross was in prison. And the defendants aided William Roberts, the rapper who goes by plaintiff's name, illegally, knowingly, and maliciously, willfully, in bad faith, intentionally, and misappropriated and unjustly profited from the unlawful use of the Rick Ross's name in commerce for entertainment purposes. A music industry plot aided and abetted and orchestrated by four big names in the music today: Universal, Def Jam, Jay-Z, and William Roberts, who each benefited lawfully by their conspiracy to steal Rick Ross's name and identity and value in the black rap, urban crime, and entertainment community nationally. So this is a memorandum of points and authority. So here they're just pretty much laying out what we've already went over and covered in the complaint. This too was also filed on June 18, 2010. It also talks about the Lanham Act, and Rick sets out how, you know, his name took on a secondary meaning, and it became what was it called? Acquisitive decisiveness. What was that term? Let me see if I can find it again. But it took on a second meaning, right? Acquired distinctness. Acquired distinctness. You know, Rick Ross is his name that he uses to go turn on his electric bill, turn on a cell phone, get car insurance. But aside from that, which is just real government, his name, Rick Ross, took on a second meaning and acquired distinctiveness, meaning that when you hear that name, you know it's tied to his drug kingpin past, and there's value in that. And that's what he's laying out in this document. And he's putting down all the facts of how that was set up. You know, that he was the first one to use that name because it was his name. How could he not be the first one to use it? So that's what we got. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking with Rick on the phone, and I'm going to let him tell you the whole story. Peace.